I know nothing is more frustrating than you burning out even after buying the expensive courses that you could have purchased, doing all the necessary possible things, meditating, reading books, and all these things are eventually not working out. I really understand how much it hurts. But then, in this video, the few times that I'm with you, to make sure that by the end of this video, firstly you understand what it means when you get yourself burning out, and also what to do when you find yourself burning out so that you can not burn out like you were burning out. So I'll start by explaining to you the easiest way to know what burning out is. Burning out is caused by prolonged stress, when you're stressed for long, and usually it happens when you are in the moments of being anxious, which is worrying about what is to come, that is trying to dwell in the future. And the second one is when you are frustrated about what your past is. This is called depression. When you are depressed, this is trying to dwell in the past, then you eventually get the stress, and once it is more prolonged, then it becomes the burnout. So what does this try to mean when it comes to us, the tech innovators, business people, and leaders? What does this mean to us? These things, this burning out usually comes in times when we are about to break through, and it is because of the awareness of the mind, the capacity that it can hold, of the solutions it can give you in that time, that it tries to dwell on them as the solutions. So, what I'm trying to mean is that the mind tries to only use the information that it has that is stored, just like how a computer can only process information according to how much content it has in its database. Also, the mind tries to configure and do the work that you have given it, or the work that you are doing, according to how much it has inside stored. And that is a problem. You can see that's a very big problem, because the results that you're expecting are for the wisdom and personality of the person you have actually not been before. Because if you were that person already, you could have manifested them already. Yeah, like I can say that it is much easier for you to even have sales of 1k right now. Why? Because this, it has been easier for, it has been your daily bread. So that one you hit it very fast. So what are you supposed to do when you find yourself in such a situation of burning out? You're burning out again. What you have to do, I've prepared for you three of them, and if I'm sure if you do this, they will do their part. If you do this properly, like I'm sharing them with you, you will see the relief. Actually, you will even feel the relief before you finish this video in this same time that we are together. And the first one is allowing allowing the universe to do its work, allowing nature to do its part. What am I trying to mean here? I'm trying to mean that beyond the practicals that we can do, beyond the business side where you use your energy and lead the employees, be creative to attain the sales that you're supposed to attain, receive the results that you anticipate. Beyond those practical side, there is a life of the imaginary life, the visualization life, the free life, the God life that you're supposed to have. And here I'm trying to tell you that being worried or anxious about the results that are to come is one way of accepting that these results shouldn't come. Because the opposite of believing is unbelief, and unbelief is believing that what you want shouldn't happen. That's simple. Once you understand it this way, then when even the moments get tough, instead of you worrying, you just forget that you're worrying. You imagine you're not worrying. You just put it aside. You search for peace. You just search for peace because you won't even do the actions if you're worrying. You cannot do. Actually, how much weight can you gain by you worrying? So, if you can't gain any weight by worrying, why should you allow yourself to worry? Yes, the mind is trying to make projections, but disconnect and leave it. Yeah, disconnect and leave it and focus on your actions. Yeah. Number two is that keep focused on the process. Keep on the process. Most of the times is that w- us focusing on the results, it gives us the illusion of the amount of work that the mind will anticipate. And through this illusion, that's why you are into the situations of burning out. Because the truth is that practice makes perfect. For every action, there is an equal and opposite reaction. Every amount of work you put in, it has it consequences of the results it will give. That is a fundamental law. You just have to reap, you will sow. You put in any energy, it will come out. The universe hears and it speaks, for the days are speaking and they are waiting for us to give them the energy that they are supposed to work with. So if days are speaking and are waiting, but then they are waiting on one, us believing, and two, us doing the actions that we are supposed to do. And then it rewards us with the results, aligning you with customers, aligning us into relationships, either through algorithms on YouTube or any associations, investors that are to come in. That is how it is going to reward us. That is how God has designed that the universe should function with us as it is serving us. So, by us, by you not focusing on the process, then it's just breaking down yourself. You're just breaking down what you have been building. Yes, are we together? Yeah, so that is for the process. And finally, I had prepared for you to keep expectant. Finally, you have to keep expectant. You know, such moments, like I told you there, when we are about to break through, but the mind does not have the capacity to comprehend these things that we are talking about. It is being limited to a certain level. And it is how much expectant you are, and that gives you the motivation to move at the speed that you're supposed to move. So, what expectancy are you carrying? And what have you been expectant about? Have you been expectant about how you're going to fail? Or have you been expectant about how much you're going to run if the results, that day, that moment for results come? Alex Somozi once said in one of his tutorials that in business you just need one day. You just need one day. And this one day, it just propels everything. So the aim is one day, that one day that was designed for you. That once this day clocks like this, you will run. So as we are waiting for that one day, we utilize the process. Okay? So that when we have been introduced, then we show what we have been preparing ourselves for. All right? So continue doing the process that you are in, continue being as productive as you've been, and forget about the results. Yes, results, keep them at the mind, but then don't try to overthink them. When you find yourself thinking about the results, come back to the process, bring the mind back to the process, focus on the process, and truly results are going to bring themselves. It's not your work, they are going to bring themselves. Yeah, stay blessed. I love you so much. Elisa Tukasingra remains my name. If you haven't subscribed, I don't know why. Subscribe right now. Yes, I'm still waiting for you to subscribe. Subscribe right now.